Hey there, fans. Here's a video about making one of my bike conversions. Here's a picture of the bike conversion I do. This one's as a stand-in for an attack bike. Eventually he'll get a big round base to really differentiate him, but I have this little, if people ask, or you look at that and think, that's a heavy bolter on the bottom of that bike, that is because he's supposed to be a heavy bolter guy, attack bike. So I'm doing a conversion, that conversion here, or similar anyway, and I've resisted building this model for a long time, but I'm going to go ahead and build myself a Storm Shield Thunderhammer Captain character on bike, somebody who would be using, say, the Shield Eternal out of the Space Marine Codex. You know, this guy might be using the White Scar Chapter Tactics or something, you know, Iron Hands, whichever tactics, it doesn't really matter. But I've resisted building this model for a while. I just decided I'm going to go ahead and build them, and you know, heck, I'm doing a video, so there you go. So this is, I came up with a set of pieces to do this conversion, where I have, you know, you've seen this one maybe before if you've watched my other videos, where it looks like the pre-heresy bike, it combines up to the front of a regular bike. So midway through here, I've cut off the edging, made this kind of straight cut down. The wheel, obviously the wheel stuff's all been removed. I'm going to cinch this piece in. It's going to kind of fit in here at a certain angle and kind of give it a look like that, something like that, to kind of give it this narrow look here. There will be these little fin guys here on the sides to kind of give it this like intake look. And now what I did on these are pieces that I came up with that I then cast so that I can recast to do the army over and over again if I want. Here's one of my shields. I've shown this before, I believe, that I kind of came up with myself that looks like it's a stand-in for a storm shield that looks like the Emperor's Children symbol. I've got a couple of different pieces here. This piece comes off of the Space Marine Captain, Forge World Space Marine Captain that came out a couple of years ago. He came with a thunderhammer. I didn't really want to use the thunderhammer that he had. I wanted to change up the weapon. So that was back in 5th edition when it made sense to bring like a relic blade. Now it makes sense. The thunderhammer makes sense, but this is a short-handed thunderhammer, which will be perfect for a bike guy. Doesn't make sense to really have a really long-handed thunderhammer necessarily. Here is a Raven Guard, Forge World Raven Guard upgrade piece. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make it look like this raven, this raven on the back here, is make it into a Quillia looking thing. So that'll just be kind of a standard thing there. Standard 30K. Let's see, whatever the armor set is before the Heresy armor set. This is kind of their standard pack, or I mean shoulder pack there. I'm going to do that as one of the shoulder guards, shoulder pad. That's the word I want. Here is a Heresy era helmet with that would maybe be the sergeant, the centurion kind of ranked guy might be wearing. I'm going to use that as my helmet. I think it's kind of fun and looks very commander-esque. So some different pieces going on. I've got one of these Dark Angel fin bits here that I'm going to do this conversion that I do on here, where I kind of cut it off, do it at an angle, kind of get this look here where it's in at an angle, kind of sweep the wings, sweep back more. And yeah, so I'll just kind of go through and do that. Oh, sorry, here's also some Dark Angel, the robed legs. And then I also decided I'm going to do the torso, the Dark Angel Raven Wing torso. As you can see, it's got their symbol on it. This is really easy as an Emperor's Children symbol conversion, so I can just kind of shave off the sword there, and it looks like I've got an Emperor's Children symbol sitting on the middle of this robed setup here. I have a single one of the fins already done. What I did is I just took it out of plasticard, hand done. You know, this is one of the very time-consuming things about this conversion is that you know, everything's kind of hand done. So I chiseled that out, did some edging on it to make it look like it's, you know, kind of beveled there and stuff. Make it look more sharp, kind of. I'm going to try that on this model, see how I feel about it, and we'll go from there. This piece right here, which is a poor version, it's a poor cast is what it is. The kit mix didn't mix very well, but what it is it's this little collar piece that I created to fit in underneath here. So I've got the tubing here, and then it's that collar above it that will fit in, and then there's another piece of plastic card up above to cover up the back here entirely. So I'm going to go forward, just do some progress as I go to give you guys more looks at it and see what I kind of come up with. Hey there, fans. Going to give you a work in progress on this captain on, or character on bike, as I'm calling him. Character on jet bike, I guess is the better way to put it. So I finished the assembly on the back here. As you can see, I've plastic carded in some tubes here. Use a little bit of green stuff at the tip there to make it look like the tubes are kind of running up into the main part of the bike. Have this piece up here, this piece of plastic card to flatten out, to close up the top here. And then this is this piece of tubing, the big piece there, is just from a ballpoint pen, as I think I probably said before. So that's all closed up and finished there in the back. In the front, I finished up pretty much. As you can see, I put a bunch of glue here. I used glue and accelerant to finish covering that up there, and then just shaved it nice and smooth. I've smoothed out most of the rough edges. There's a couple of rough edges here on the bottom that I still got to work on, but beveled it up pretty good to my edging here, and edges along where it meets the regular part of the bike. And then I put some green stuff in on here where I think I'm going to try and layer it up, and since it's a character, I think I'm going to try and add some sort of rearing Aquilia style head or something like that. We'll see kind of how well whether or not my skills meet the challenge on that. But I thought, heck, it's a character. It's going to be a big deal. I might as well make some effort here on this guy a little more. So that's where it's at so far. Let's see here. I've got this thing going here. It's most of the way done. I can glue it in, glue it on the other piece here. I'd forgotten how I did this exactly. What I do is I take, when you get like a Ravenwing bike squad, you get an extra sprue that comes with the Ravenwing bike front. So you have the sprue that comes on the regular bike sprue as well. The front piece. I'm saying sprue a lot. And so the two of them combined, cutting the other one and then cutting into this one combined, produces that the look here, this back swept wing. So like I said, with the green stuff, I'm going to try to do an Aquilia head. That's something you might see out of that horse, the Visions of the Heresy book. And I'll give you guys another update as I go. Here's another update on the captain on bike, character on bike. I keep saying captain, whatever. So I've got the body and the arms, the front plate here with the wings going on, head, and if you can see up here on the front, I went ahead and decided to put on the eagle. It's mid-process here. I'm going to add some wings that kind of flare out along the piece that I've cast to kind of give it a more full look. Here's one of the vents that I've got going on the side here of the like it looks like kind of an intake or something like that. I haven't put the hammer on yet. Still need to put a couple of different fins on here. Getting there, pretty close. The big thing left is definitely the wings there on the sides. Yeah, so there it is so far. Got a 360 there. So we'll show you when it's finished. Another quick work in progress here, guys. I added a base, added the shield to the guy. His hammer's on there. Just added some basic stuff. I've kind of got him here shooting at an angle. Maybe he's like leaning over to smack some dude as he flies by or something. Still needed to add the two fins. I'm going to do more wings, wider wings for the eagle on the front. I also think I'm going to do some more green stuff elsewhere. Maybe some like Roman numeral 3 up back here or something like that. Add a couple of things. I got to add the shoulder pad wing. Pick a shoulder pad for the other side still. Maybe add a little doohickey on top of his backpack. So a few more things before he's done, but he's getting there. Alright guys, I spent a bunch of time doing the green stuff on this guy, and he's finished. So let me give you a full view here, kind of what's going on. First off, here was the bird that we had before that you guys could see before. I went ahead and added wings that kind of flare out to that, put an air intake on this other side of the model. There's the wings on the other side, so he's got that winged front. Then, hey, be careful, my boy. I got my son trying to climb me here. He's rattling my hand. So then I did the side wings. I did the Emperor's Children symbol there. A 3. Here's the on the shoulder, of course. Flipping them around. Got the other shoulder pad on there. I did a Blood Angel shoulder pad, and then just peeled off the Blood Angel iconography on there. It's got those wings on it and stuff, which again, like I said, works really well for the Emperor's Children. Here's a Roman numeral 3 on this wing, and then on this fin, and then on this top fin on the other side, I did another Emperor's Children symbol. So he's really kitted out, lots of stuff going on, lots of iconography, which kind of, in my opinion, befits a model who's going to be, most likely, most of the time, be like a chapter master style guy. So a big deal as far as a central character, right? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy.